What if I told you that the single most valuable investment you'll ever make is in yourself? Wherever you are right now, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, I want to welcome you. Whether you're sitting on your couch, driving through traffic, or watching this while pretending to work, I see you. And I'm truly honored you're here, because showing up, that's the first and most important step toward greatness. And today, we're not just going to talk, we're going to grow. We're going to laugh, reflect, maybe even challenge some long-held beliefs. But more than anything, we're going to unlock something that could change your life forever. The power of intentionally spending time to make yourself better. I know. You've heard it before. Work on yourself. Invest in your growth. But this time, stay with me. Because this isn't just another cliche self-help talk. This is real. This is relatable. And this just might be the moment everything shifts for you. Let me ask you something. If you found a lottery ticket worth $10 million, how would you feel? Shocked? Thrilled? Like your life just changed in an instant? Now what if I told you there's something even more valuable than that ticket? That something is you. Yes, you are your most valuable asset. Not your job, not your house, not your car, and definitely not your social media feed. You. But here's the catch. We rarely treat ourselves that way. We invest in real estate, in stocks, in side hustles, but forget to invest in the core engine behind it all, ourselves. Every day, life deposits a gift into your hands. 86 soon when 400 seconds. No more, no less. And whatever you don't use wisely, it's gone. Forever. Now let's be honest for a moment. How many of those seconds do you spend chasing things that don't matter? Scrolling endlessly through social media, comparing your life to a stranger's highlight reel, rewatching the same Netflix series for the third time, just to relax? Worrying about problems that won't even matter a week from now? Here's the brutal truth. Time doesn't care about your excuses. It won't wait for you to get inspired. It won't pause while you figure things out. It just moves forward, with or without you. So let me ask you, how are you spending your time? Because how you spend your time is how you spend your life. And the way we use our time all comes down to one powerful thing. Mindset. I get it. You've heard that word thrown around a million times. But I promise you, this isn't just a trendy buzzword. Mindset isn't something motivational speakers shout from a stage. It's the lens through which you see your entire world. If that lens is clouded with fear, self-doubt, or negativity, everything looks darker than it is. But if you wipe it clean with gratitude, positivity, and self-belief, the world becomes a playground of possibility. Let me tell you about a man who proved this. He grew up in poverty. He was told he'd never amount to anything. But instead of letting that define him, he turned those words into fuel. He read books, learned skills, started a business from nothing. Today, that man is a billionaire. His name? Howard Schultz, the founder of Starbucks. Schultz didn't wait for the world to believe in him. He believed in himself. That's the power of a growth mindset. And it's available to every single one of us. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I can't, replace it with, how can I? Can't start a business. Ask, how can I learn what I need to? Can't get fit? Ask, how can I build a plan that works for me? Change your questions, and you change your life. You know what I love about kids? They're endlessly curious. They ask questions. They explore. They're not afraid to look silly. Somewhere along the line, we lose that. We trade curiosity for comfort. But here's the truth. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. Look at Elon Musk. He didn't start out knowing how to build rockets. He taught himself by reading books, asking questions, and surrounding himself with experts. Now, SpaceX is launching rockets into space and rewriting history. You don't need to launch rockets to grow. Start by reading 10 pages a day. Listen to podcasts during your commute. Learn something new. Anything. Because knowledge? That's the one thing no one can ever take from you. Now let's talk about something that shapes your entire story. Habits. If your life were a movie, habits would be the script. And here's the kicker. Your script determines your ending. Good habits are like compound interest. Small actions that snowball into massive results. Bad habits, like credit card debt. Easy to ignore until it's too late. Too many people try to change everything at once. But real change starts small. Want to get fit? Start with 10 push-ups. Want to save money? Put aside $1 a day. Want to meditate? Try 1 minute each morning. Don't chase perfection. Chase progress. And when it comes to failure, stop fearing it. Failure is not the end. It's your greatest teacher. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. The Wright brothers crashed more than they flew, but they didn't stop. Neither should you. The next time you fail, don't cry into a bucket of ice cream. Laugh, trip in public. Say, well, that's one way to make an entrance. Life's too short to take yourself so seriously. Your environment matters too. The people you surround yourself with shape your mindset. Hang around complainers? You'll become one. Surround yourself with driven, positive people. You'll elevate. Look at your 5 closest friends. Do they push you to grow? Support your dreams? If not, it might be time to level up your circle. And don't wait for some huge moment to celebrate. Big wins. They're made of small wins stacked daily. Did you wake up early? Celebrate. Resist procrastination? Celebrate. Every step counts. Every small win builds momentum. And momentum builds greatness. So, after choosing to grow, to learn, to become the best version of yourself, what's the next step? It's giving back. Because growth without generosity is incomplete. Giving doesn't always require a grand stage or a big bank account. Sometimes, the most meaningful impact comes from the simplest acts of kindness. You can start by giving your time. Whether it's mentoring a younger colleague, volunteering at a local shelter, or just being there to listen to a friend who's having a rough day, your time says, I care. And in a world where people feel increasingly invisible, that alone can be life-changing. Another way to give. Share your knowledge. Every one of us holds a unique set of experiences and skills that can light the path for someone else. Maybe you know how to cook. Teach someone who's just starting out. Maybe you're great at math. Help a child struggling with homework. Maybe you've built a career. Offer advice to someone just beginning theirs. You never know how far that knowledge will ripple out. Speaking of ripple effects, let's not forget about monetary giving. If you're in a position to give financially, even a small donation can spark a big change. But here's the truth. It's not about the size of the gift. It's about the heart behind it. A $5 donation from someone who truly cares can be more meaningful than a $5,000 one done for attention. Acts of kindness, those tiny gestures we often overlook, can sometimes create the greatest impact. Holding a door open, offering a compliment, saying a kind word. These things cost nothing but can turn someone's entire day around. Then there are those who create opportunities. Business owners who hire from underprivileged communities. Students who form study groups to help struggling classmates. Ordinary people who look for ways to lift others up. Volunteering your talents is another beautiful form of giving. Good with a camera? Offer your photography skills to a nonprofit. Love writing? Help someone craft their resume. Your gifts weren't meant to stay hidden. They were meant to serve. And here's what's magical about giving. It multiplies. It's a chain reaction. One act leads to another and another. Just like a pebble dropped into a still lake, the ripples spread far beyond the point of contact. Let me share a story. Years ago, a young boy named Caleb came from a struggling family. One Christmas, a neighbor anonymously left a basket of food and small gifts at their doorstep. That one simple act lit something in Caleb. It inspired him to rise above his situation and one day pay it forward. Today, he runs a nonprofit that provides food and clothing to thousands of families in need. That one basket became a legacy. Throughout history, the most beloved leaders and icons weren't the richest or the loudest. They were the givers. Mother Teresa dedicated her life to serving the sick and poor, reminding us that small acts of love can change the world. Oprah Winfrey rose from trauma and hardship to become one of the most generous philanthropists alive. Nelson Mandela, after 27 years in prison, emerged not with hate, but with forgiveness, dedicating his life to uplifting his nation. They didn't wait for the right moment to give back. They gave with what they had, from where they were. Because giving makes you grow. It opens your eyes. It gives you perspective. We often get caught in the race for more success, more money, more validation. But giving reminds us of what truly matters. It pulls us back to center and reveals how blessed we already are. You cultivate gratitude when you give. You realize that no matter how tough things get, there's always someone who has less, and yet still smiles. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a foundation for happiness. You strengthen relationships too. Acts of giving deepen your bonds with others. When you help a friend, support a colleague, or volunteer with strangers, you build real human connection. And that connection, it's priceless. Giving back also brings clarity. Many people wander through life searching for meaning. Giving shows you that your life has value beyond your own needs. It gives you purpose. But let's talk about what often holds us back. Excuses. I don't have time. We all have the same 24 hours. It's not about having time, it's about making time. Even 10 minutes can make a difference. I'm not wealthy. Giving isn't about wealth, it's about heart. Your effort and intention matter more than your bank balance. I don't know how to help. Start small. Look around you. Your community, your workplace, your family. There are opportunities to give everywhere. I'm not in a good place myself. Ironically, one of the best ways to heal is to help someone else. It shifts your focus from problems to purpose. So, where do you start? Set a giving goal. Decide how you want to give. Donate a small percentage of income, volunteer a few hours a week, or simply commit to one act of kindness a day. Get involved locally. Research community groups, shelters or youth programs. Many are desperate for support. Start a project. Is there something you care deeply about? Take initiative. Organize a neighborhood cleanup. Host a book drive. Start small. Teach your kids. If you're a parent, involve your children. Model generosity. These early lessons shape their character for life. Join a giving community. Surround yourself with like-minded people. When you give together, your impact multiplies. Let's take a moment to honor the unsung heroes. The teacher who tutors kids on weekends, the retiree who drives cancer patients to their treatments, the single mom who organizes clothing drives despite her own struggles. These people may never make headlines, but they are the quiet force changing the world. Giving creates a legacy. It ensures your life matters, not just to you, but to those whose paths you've touched. So I ask you, what kind of impact will you leave behind? What stories will be told because you gave? Remember, self-improvement isn't a final destination. It's a journey. And one of the most powerful steps on that journey is giving. Because when you grow and then give, you don't just change your life, you change the world. Now go out there and make it happen. Thank you.